I understand what Jason Witten was going through last year, because Jason Witten, and I remember interviewing him at the Pro Bowl 2018. And I was like, Jason, is there any possibility you can join your guy, Tony, in the booth? And he said, oh, no, Kirk, I'm not going to do that. And, I want to stay here. But at the end of the day, he made the decision to walk away from football. And unless you are for sure, unless you are certain that you have given everything you can to the game and can walk away from it, don't retire. Because I really feel like either he was kind of pushed out or he wanted to be like Tony. I can do that. I want to, the next challenge, I wanted to be like Tony. I think everybody wanted him to be Tony. And he realized that what Tony is doing, that's special. What Tony Romo is doing, calling his first Super Bowl only in his second year of broadcasting, that's something that's special. And the amount of work that goes into it, I think people don't realize that when you retire from the game, life is really only just starting for you. Like the second life now starts for professional athletes. I know for me, I went through the same situation. You retire and it's like, what do I do now? But I knew growing, my college years that I always wanted to be a broadcaster, whether it was in the NFL, college, radio, TV. Like I had that passion and I knew the work and the commitment that you have to go out and be good at your job. And I think last year, Jason Witten realized that this is no walk in the park. And, I don't think that you just go throw into the Monday night booth. Like that's a difficult job to do. Like on national TV every Monday, that is the biggest job.
Biggest spotlight.
That is a big spotlight for a guy who never really truly had that experience. And I think when you watch it, when he's getting the access that he got last year, and all of a sudden he started to realize, I still got something left in the tank. I can still go out and play this game. And that's always the hardest part when I talk to a lot of players, especially myself, who've had to walk away from the game knowing I still could have played. I got 2 more years left. I had a year left. Right now, I got like 3 snaps of red zone if you ever need me, but it better be 3 passes because I'm not going against the run.
Did you want to play 1 more year when you announced your retirement?
I wanted to play more, yeah. But there's, the decision you make, you sit down with the family, me and my wife, it's, do you want to play or do you need to play? That's the question. I think a lot of guys, some need to play. Some guys, I want to play, but you know what? My heart's not all the way in it. And by Jason coming back, I think his heart was that I still want to play because I could play not necessarily at, a Travis Kelce, the Zach Ertz type of level or George Kittle, but I can be a contributor still. And I want to make sure that this tank is empty when I walk away. So,
and how much of a factor was Dallas made the playoffs last year? They have a pretty good young up and coming team, and then add that to, all the scrutiny. He took a lot of heat. Some of it deservedly so, and a lot of it was piling on. But he really struggled in the booth. And how much of a factor do you think those 2 things were?
You know what? I'll ask Shireen Williams, of Pro Football Talk, longtime Cowboys reporter as well. She can give us some more insight, and I'll have some of my more insight from me as well on what happens post-career that a lot of people on the outside never really see that players have to go through. Because you've been a player your whole life, and all of a sudden, guess what? Game's over. Now, how do you reestablish yourself or reinvent yourself for your career after football?
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.